I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Pricing on this, it's not for the faint of heart. This is not your typical dog food. This is not $60, $80, even $100 a bag. Where one bag typically lasts you 1 month. This is, this is a 6-pound bag. This bag, I do subscribe and save on Amazon, and this is essentially what saves me the most because by itself, it's $96. With subscribe and save, I can get it down to $86. One bag for me lasts me 3 weeks. But let me preface, I have 3 dogs. One is 67 pounds, the other is 63 pounds, and then I have a smaller one that's 22 pounds. 3 weeks. Then you need to get oil, omega oil. This is, I get 2 containers of this that also lasts me 3 weeks, and that's $22. Then you need the meat. I go through 18 pounds of chicken every week. The chicken alone comes out to $55, $86, $22. Let's do the math real quick. So because I have mine set to come every 3 weeks, it comes out to about $326. $326 a month. Now, is it a lot? Oh yeah, that's a lot. Does it roughly cost that much to get regular dog food? It's a little more. Because a good high quality dog food is about $100, $120. And high quality dog food, a bag is what, anywhere between 14 pounds, 14, 16, 18 pounds, something like that. I probably, with these dogs, I probably would go through 2 bags a month maybe. So for me, it's not terribly far off. When I feed them, I know exactly what's going in here. This is the mixture. This is dried. Dried peas, carrots, broccoli, green beans. There's a lot of different vegetables in here. I could read you the list if you're really honestly curious. But it's all ingredients that we would eat ourselves. Obviously healthy for your dog. This is balanced for your animal. This is the raw version, but I do choose to cook my meat just because I don't trust the meat. I got my chicken. I got my dried veggies. I have 4 cups of veggies in here, and I'm gonna put about 3 cups of water. And the reason I don't do 3.5 is because there's liquid in the meat. I'm gonna access the other round. They devour this. They devour this so quickly, I have to put it in the slow feeder. They love breakfast and dinner time. To the point where I get woken up. I get woken up hard in the morning. She says, "Fuck you, bitch. You're gonna get up and you're gonna feed me." Yes, ma'am. 15 years old? Yes, ma'am. I will feed you. There is no not getting up. There's no ignoring her. She's on a mission. That girl wants her damn food. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. This whole situation started because she got sick. She got pancreatitis. She ended up being hospitalized for 3 days. We almost lost her. And it was solely because she was so determined to eat the puppy food because she wanted to be a part of what the other dogs were eating. She saw that it looked so good, she had to have it. But really, it was just something different. But unfortunately, puppy food is high in fat content. And typically that wouldn't be a problem, but when you're doing it long term, which over a course of 8 months, it ended up enlarging her pancreas and causing inflammation so bad to the point where she was so sick. She was so sick, and it was onset. It was overnight almost, it seemed like. But obviously, I record a lot of my life. You guys see a lot of what's going on. And now that I look back on videos, I can see the signs now that I know what I'm looking for. But unfortunately, I was unfamiliar with what pancreatitis looked like in dogs. I mostly was just focusing on her collapsing trachea and her syncope episodes. But that's not the only thing that she has. So, I mean, granted, she's 15. Like, what am I going to expect? All I can do is make sure that she's comfortable and healthy to the best of our abilities. And by feeding her food that is good for her and not filled with a bunch of crap and fillers and dead animal products and whoever else knows what they put in that shit. The only downside to this is sometimes this fucking topper doesn't work and it drives me nuts. I don't know if it's just me, but oh, there we go. It's just me. So with 4 pounds of chicken, I will put 32 pumps. Two pumps equates to a tablespoon. Now there's a feeding chart inside this bag, so I usually follow it that way. Now obviously my 2 dogs are larger and my 1 dog is smaller, so I kind of find like a middle ground for them. And then I'll put just like a pump or whatever extra in the large dog's foods, just so they have more of what they actually need. Because the only difference between their mixture and her mixture is the amount of oil. I mean, honestly, the amount of protein, obviously, but they will survive if I just give them a little bit more food versus her having too much fat, even good fat, in her diet. So she recently just had her blood work ran, and she's doing fantastic. One of her liver numbers is slightly elevated, but she's having a hard time with her trachea, so she was a little stressed out when she had her blood drawn that day, so he wasn't surprised when one of her liver numbers were slightly on the higher side. But everything else looked great. To the point where he was asking what we've been doing, what changed, because essentially that day that she went into the hospital, her numbers were through the freaking roof. It was so bad. He was so concerned for her, and I don't blame him. So I do use a food scale for them because obviously I don't know how much is going in here. So for Zozo, she's my 22 pounder. She gets fed first, and she gets 3.2 to 3.75 ounces every feeding, depending on how active she is. So like this one's 3.67. My 2-year-old, 63-pound 2-year-old border collie gets anywhere between 10 and 12 ounces, and that's dependent obviously on how active he is. I actually had to up his amount. He was getting 6 ounces for the longest time because he was overweight somehow, and then all of a sudden started losing weight drastically. Honestly, it was when I switched from turkey to chicken, he started losing weight, so I had to up it from 6 to 12. 11.67. And Kaya, who's my 67-pound German Shepherd Pit Bull mix, she's at 13.16. So we're just gonna leave it at that for right now. They are devouring this. Num nums. And this is what it looks like.